Scorpio, good morning. How you doing, guys? So let's see what you've actually got coming up for your week then. Starting from the 20th, which is today. How you doing, Scorpio? I hope you guys are all alright. So don't forget you can watch this as an Aries, a Scorpio, a Life Path 4. And these readings will be coming out before anything does on YouTube, okay? So it'll probably be about a day before anything comes out on YouTube. Sometimes 2 days, okay? So you could be dealing with a Libra, maybe for a lot of you. Let's see, or a Life Path 2. So Scorpio, what has Scorpio got coming up this week, please? For Scorpio, what have they got coming up? So 7, you could be dealing with a Life Path 7 or a Cancerian for a lot of you. Could be, I don't know, turning your back on a mother here or a person here, which is the Queen of Swords. So you really could be dealing with like a Piscean maybe. But yeah, waiting for an answer. Someone's waiting for an answer for something, okay? Could be an investment of business and money and I'm just waiting to get paid, okay? Also waiting to get laid, maybe someone here. Getting laid off. I don't know what that is. I'm waiting to get laid off. It's like waiting to get the sack, is it? I don't know, waiting to get laid off. So looking, it's kind of like a lot of these questions that someone may have a lot of questions all the time. They keep asking someone a question, like, you know, I've got a question. Can I have a question? I need a question. Let's see, could be dealing with a Virgo. Scorpio this week, please. Scorpio this week. What is kind of going on? Well, you could have a metaphysical connection for a lot of you that you're not even speaking to. Could be a Libra, not speaking to a Libra. Or a Libra is not speaking to you, maybe. I'm also hearing alchemy in you, which would be Natalie, or anybody beginning with N, or so Norman, Normington. I don't know, there's someone that's thinking about this Two of Cups all the time. It can be a partner that you don't live with. Like, you actually don't live with a partner, and they're constantly thinking about soulmate, where's my soulmate, where's my soulmate, where is my soulmate? Some of you could actually just be single, and you're constantly wondering, where is my soulmate? You know, when are they coming? When am I going to find one? When will I be in a relationship here? Let's see. But that would normally be, where is my soulmate, without me actually putting any effort into finding one. Let's see. Scorpio this week, please. Scorpio. It says a Libra again here. Jen, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. Some of you are just kind of like waiting for a soulmate. Just like, well, I've got no choice but just to wait to find an answer here. Wait to see if anybody comes along. Scorpio this week, please. Scorpio. So you got the Wheel of Fortune. You got maybe going out, probably traveling somewhere. I'm not really picking up much going on, if I'm honest, Scorpio, at the moment. Waiting to get some money. Might be a divorce. Someone's getting a divorce. They're waiting on some finances and money. Yeah, because this can be like, I'm hoping that luck is on my side here. Whose side are you on? Mine or theirs? Like needing to pick sides. The Fool can also be just needing to take a break and have a holiday. Scorpio this week, please. Scorpio, what's going on with Scorpio this week? Some of you are in a relationship, or this problem is. The problem is, you really could be dealing with a 9, which would be a Virgo, because I did the 9 teaching segment over on the gold tier there. I don't know. It feels like that you might have a relationship here, but you just don't live with the person. And it's kind of going through the phases of what a relationship really is. A little bit boring at times here. I really don't know what is going on here. I'm not getting any clarification. For some of you, I'm not getting any clarification the fact that you're even in a relationship. You're just kind of like looking for a soulmate. Like, I'm not in a relationship, I'm just looking for a relationship, or I'm just looking for a job. Like, you know, trying to find a job, or Rob, or Robin, or Robert, or Robertson. But I'm just looking for a job, okay? Or I'm looking to find out what just happened, you know. Some of you could be freshly single and you're like, well, now I don't know what to do here. Or the other person is. Scorpio this week, please. Seven of Wands with the Queen of Wands. Well, there's three women here. There's 1, 2, and 3. So pick your person. Who is it? You could be going through the motions of a difficult relationship, cutting each other off and not really speaking to each other all the time, and getting slightly bored with your partner. Yeah. Let's see. Scorpio this week. The Ace of Wands, then all of a sudden the passion kicks in, and then the Emperor turns up. So, I don't know, it could be someone from the past. What is going on? I feel there is a couple here. I think there's a divorce situation that's still going on here as well. Some of you have got children. Or Scorpio is your child. Let's see. Scorpio this week, please. Scorpio this week. I'm not really picking up on these signs. Oh, man. Why? I knew. You got the King and the Queen. This is the same reading that's been coming out a lot just lately. The divorce, the husband, the wife, the third party. Yeah, 3. 10 of Pentacles, waiting on some money, waiting on some news. You've got a couple here, which is the King and the Queen of Pentacles here. So they're a couple. If you're interested in a couple, it's because they're a couple. So you might not even be speaking to them. The ex-husband is here as usual. The mother and father-in-law is also here as usual. Some of you got kids with an ex. That person's here as usual. Here. Let's see. So obviously you'll know that YouTube is going to be different than this. Okay. So you're still getting a reading on YouTube. It's just that I will use a different set of cards to see what's going on when I'm on YouTube. When I'm on here, it's normally trying to generalize what could really be going on throughout your whole week of your cycle. So it's a different reading than YouTube altogether. Well, I mean, what do you guys prefer? You tell me, like over on here, what kind of reading would you prefer? Me to use a different set of deck altogether? Or one of these, one of these readings? Because this kind of generalizes your week of me finding messages, but a lot of them are being about this divorce, the settlement, the ex and the husband here. And the family situation. What's kind of going on with the Seven of Pentacles? What's the Seven of Pentacles waiting for? So someone's in a relationship already. They're just waiting to spend time with their partner, more than likely here. Or they are already married and they are, in a relationship. What's the Four of Wands? The Queen of Swords. Why is this Queen of Swords here? Someone that has children. This could be your mother or your father. Clients also here. Talking to a partner, waiting to get, just waiting to talk to one another. What's the Ace of Swords? Could also be friends. King of Wands, it's going to be very difficult now for your reading because you've got the King and the Queen of Wands, the King and the Queen of Pentacles, so that's a counterpart that are actually together. So if that puts you in a third party with a person, that's because they're already in a relationship. And if it's you guys that are watching that are in a relationship, you're more than likely in one here. It could also be a new person on the horizon for a lot of you if you're single looking for a person. And your person could have also left you and gone with another one. It's up to you what your story is gone, what's happened with your karmic energy. Page of Wands is the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I've got this feeling someone's just been dumped here or just been left. And they left someone for another person. Five of Pentacles. What's the Two of Cups for an ex or for someone else? Two of Cups for a soulmate. Could be a Virgo involved. Constantly looking for a question of why my soulmate isn't here. But they are. So I don't get it. What's the Hermit for? Why is the Hermit? Is wandering. Is always thinking and wondering about different things. Like, I don't know. Can never really tell what an 8 and a 9 think about. They're just always searching for research and researching stuff and what's the Justice card for? Justice card. Libra, wanting to know about a third party, getting slightly irate with a Taurus or a Sagittarius, getting very annoyed about something that isn't happening. Might be a third party person. What's the Wheel of Fortune? Wheel of Fortune. Then they do get word, but they're arguing. Could be a mother. Could be about work. Arguing about work and finances, money. Could be a friend. What's the Fool? Oh dear. There's a 9. Something's going on around a Virgo, Libra energy here, I feel. Aquarius, Leo. Fuck, I don't know. Someone's always got a problem. That's what I'm saying. This is why I did the 9 energy. Okay. A 9 can always seem to find, like, if you've got like a life path 9, Sagittarius, Taurus placement, Virgo, Aquarian, Leo, maybe, you know, there's always this search for a problem that arises very quickly. You know, there's a problem in the relationship. We need to sort it out. But, you know, how often do these turn up where there's a fucking problem? You know, there's a problem, we need to solve it. We need to argue about a problem that I have. What's your problem? Like, why does someone keep finding problems to solve when they don't never relax in a relationship? Like, just fucking relax. Learn to go with the flow of a relationship. Stop picking fault at the relationship. You know, a 9 can always maybe find... It depends what goes on in your life. I used to go through this to the ex. You know, there's always, like every other day, there's a problem with something that isn't working. Like, you know, a relationship is functional. It just works the way it does. When someone adds a problem to the relationship, they feel as if they have to keep finding out what that is when there may not be one. And it can turn to where it can turn to like gaslighting, you know. Like, why do you keep finding problems in the relationship with me? You know, why do you always think that I'm a problem that needs solving? I'm not a fucking Marvel character that needs fixing. It's not me that needs fixing. If you're the one that's finding problems everywhere, well, then you're the problem. You have to fix yourself, not me. You know, Queen of Pentacles is the Emperor again here. So there's a very sturdy person, but someone keeps trying to maybe control the Emperor, realising that they can't. What's the Emperor for? I believe they're in a relationship, yeah. Someone keeps searching for truth, like, is my partner cheating? Are they lying? Like, I don't know. Or paranoia. Someone could be very fucking paranoid. You see, people that are paranoid in a relationship, man, that is difficult dealing with a person that's paranoid in a relationship. Because paranoia is the same as gaslighting. When someone's paranoid, it comes across like gaslighting because they question something about that might not be happening. It's kind of like it's going on in their head. And they ask you a question and you're kind of like, no, it's not happening. You know, that didn't happen. I don't know where you got that from. Like, where did you get that from? Well, I thought that you was. Well, thoughts of blame are gaslighting. That's telling a person that they may be doing something when they in, you know, here. So it's paranoia. What's the 8 of Swords? Could be anxiety. Like, I get very anxious at that time. And when I'm anxious and I have anxiety, I believe something is fucking happening. You know, that is anxiety one-on-one. I believe that something's happening that isn't in my brain. It's actually not. My brain is telling me that it is. You know, that's anxiety. A person that suffers through anxiety can come across as a person that's coming across slightly hysterical here. Mental health. What's the 8 of Swords? 8 of Swords. But it can just generally be fear of going out. Like, you know, don't really want to go out. I just want to isolate myself away for a bit here. Don't really feel like communicating with people. The Sun is here to say that everything is fine. 10 of Swords. Yeah. Why is someone travelling towards the 7 of Wands for someone to just say piss off? It's kind of like someone keeps interrupting someone when they're at work. Like, I don't know. Like, I used to get this a hell of a lot. Like, you know, what are you doing? I'm working at the moment. Like, I've just got a couple of 3 hours work. Can I just work in peace for a little bit and then I'll get back to the problem that you need solving? But at the minute, I'm working. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm working, you know. Can't you come over? Well, yeah, when I finish work, I'll come over. You know, can you talk? Yeah, when I finish work. Like, you know. This used to be a huge cycle for me and Emily. Huge here. Because it was like, Emily would work for a boss and would have a set amount of hours, like 5 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. You know, that's what you're working today. How many hours you got? 5 today. What are you working tomorrow? 7 tomorrow. Okay, brilliant. So you got 5 hours work, right? So what's your hours, Steve? Well, when I get finished, I've got a couple of 3 readings to do. I'll probably be finished at this sort of time, but whenever it finishes, it finishes. But I'm generally quite free, quite flexible. I just need to work it around being self-employed, you know. But there were more problems that were created by me being flexible than you could possibly imagine here. Some people do love to just make a problem out of something that really isn't worth a person even thinking about. Like, people do love to exhaust them. They exhaust themselves by believing that there's a problem that needs solving, and they're in. Like, there really isn't. Queen of Wands, 10 of Cups. Someone's happy in a relationship here. Ace of Wands, 2 of Swords. Apart from this Libra energy, I don't know what's going on around Libras at the moment, but what's this 2 of Swords? A choice. They're not opening up. They're blocked, this person here. Libra, Scorpio, Aries person. They're blocked. They're blocking someone or something out here. They're fighting maybe over or with the ex-husband or wife. And they're also maybe fighting a lost cause, which means there's a dead-ended cycle. It's just someone that's already with a husband or a wife, and it's a dead-ended cause. It doesn't have an outcome because they may not even be talking to the person. What's the Emperor for? Now getting slightly pissed off. A Scorpio, life path 4, or an Aries person with a Tower. An emotional breakdown maybe. 5 of Swords. Someone, this is like my mother. Life path 4 comes up as the same. Scorpio, Aries. Tower 5. Taurus, Sagittarian. Lost the plot. Very controlling. Very screaming, shouty, and very bad energy here. Someone that loses the plot. This is like a dynamite stick that's waiting to go off, but the fuse is about that big, you know. So it just takes one little prod and they're off. You know, they've gone. What's the Magician? Magician is a moon. Someone believes that someone's hiding secrets from them, or a mother is trying to manifest something. The moon here, yeah, being blocked. So there's a person here that's completely and utterly blocked. It's a push-pull narcissistic trait. Pushing people in, pushing people out, blocking people, you know, getting them to open up, and then when you open up, have a go at you and make you regret the fact that you open up to me. You know, you haven't spoke to me in ages, and then when I speak to you, I'm going to force you to close down because I'm going to start an argument that forces you to close down and then have a go at you for opening up. So it makes me regret starting the conversation with you every time. I regret starting a conversation with you because you also make me regret it. And then you make me feel shit, the fact that I haven't opened up to you. And then when I do, you make me regret opening up. So there's a person that's confused as fucking shit here. King of Pentacles is, yeah, then they shut down even more. They stop talking to the person. 3 of Wands. So it's a classic case of narcissism here. Forcing people to close down, open up, blaming them for not opening up, having a go at them for speaking, and then not having a go at them, and then having a go at them for not speaking to you, and then speaking, and then just, it's narcissism. It's gaslighting and narcissism. It's lying and manipulating. 10 of just realising that you can't control people's minds and vocabulary. That is a huge trait that goes around a lot of families and people in relationships, is trying to control people's mouth, what comes out of it, what doesn't come out of it, what comes out of it, when it comes out of your mouth, and what is said and what isn't said, and how long has it been since we've spoke, and now I'm going to make you feel sorry that you spoke, and now, you know, just shit. 10 of Pentacles, just weird people. 10 of Pentacles, 9, again, another problem. Leo, Aquarian, Sagittarius, Yeah, there's a couple here. Like I said, man, y'all have to pick your stories. There's a couple that are together. Okay, can't really tell you as a general reading here because you have to know your story. There's 100% a couple that are together, married couple. Families are here that are also very controlling. You know, if you've got a narcissistic ex, just block them out. You know, like, I get this messages from people so many times. Oh my God, they're causing me so many problems. Like, why the fuck is it that you're still communicating with a person then? You know, if they're causing you so many problems, if they're that manipulative. I mean, it doesn't matter. People go through, like, you know, I do it a lot and have done it in the past. It doesn't matter. It's your cycle. You know, people, they get back together, they shout, scream, manipulate each other, destroy each other, and then they get back together. And then they go through the same cycle, and then they shout, scream, manipulate, split up, and then they get back together. And they do the same, and you can do that for many years. You know, just keep each cycle, basically, Scorpio, each cycle that is presented to you as a problem, right? You solve the problem, but then there's another one, right? So sometimes in life you have to kind of realise, okay, relationships are more problematic than I ever could imagine, relationships. They are more problems than what there is when you're single. When you're single, you really don't have that much of a problem, apart from maybe wanting to discover a new person that doesn't have so many problems, right? So sometimes when you can't find one, sometimes you end up back with the ex or back with another partner, and you're with the partner and there's a problem. Okay, so a lot of the times you have to think, oh, fuck it. There's always a problem in every relationship I've been in. There's always a fucking problem. So I might as well just argue with the person, give them what they want, destroy the relationship, have a week or two's break and not speak, and then get back together, and then you can have a couple of 3 days that's good and then break up. You know, it's it's sometimes that can actually be, it's a lot like mine. My relationships have always kind of, well, no, not always, no. One of them did, has done. Just constantly arguing. There's always a problem. Split up, give it a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, back together. Then there's another problem. Then you can have a couple of 3 days, which is good, and then there's a problem. And then you either think, well, I've got a choice. I can either be single and never really date anybody again because all my relationships seem to have been the same. There's always a problem. Or just bucker up the fact that someone's likes to keep trying to control me. And then when they realise they can't, we split up. And then when they realise that their energy's settled, we can get back together. And then they can realise that they can try to control me again. And then they realise that they fail every time they try to control me, because that's when I back off. And then they can blame you and have a go at you. And then you can stop speaking and then speak again later. And then they try to control you again. And then you just stop it. There are controlling people everywhere in life, Scorpio. Sometimes you have to kind of muster up and just think, well, people are narcs, people are controlling, and I have to just put up with the fact that they are. Speak to them now and again and then don't. You know, it's just your life. It's what life offers you, controlling people. And you have to navigate your way around it. I do it with parenting situations. Very narcissistic, very controlling, very domineering, very sweet, very kind for about 5 minutes, and then very dynamically explosive. Shut down. Those 3 weeks are normally quite good that you don't speak. That's like nice peaceful mind, thinking about a different path, and then suddenly you're thrown back into the same one and you deal with the same energy. Okay, search and destroy, get back together, search and destroy, get back together. Okay, so that's your path. That's what was designated for you. Hucker up and do what you do. Okay, can't really give you too much because it's the same as the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Husband and wife, they're cracking on as they are. Someone's not even speaking to that person, so they're not really getting any answers. And then there's a husband and wife. Someone's left someone for another person. You could be going on with a third party, got dumped, or you dumped someone. They went on with someone else, and they're wondering why. And then maybe you might finish with that other person and get back with them at some point. You know, it's just a cycle. Okay, all right, guys. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it. And let me know if you want something that's slightly different on here or what you think. Anyway, guys, thanks very much. I'll see you soon.